I know many of you have already heard of the All of Us research program at UCI, and I'd like to welcome back today Hoda Anton Culver. She is a professor at the UCI School of Medicine. And with you today, Hoda, we have Dr. Michael Stamos, who is the Dean of the UCI School of Medicine. So welcome to both of you. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us today. And thank you for having us in the community. And we've been with you in the community for a while now.
Yes, you have.
And I'm happy to say that we've been very successful with you. We are actually the most successful section of the All of Us program in the nation.
And so that's good to hear.
I'm very happy to really report that back to the community because they are a part of it.
Yes, they are.
But I want to introduce Dr. Michael Stamos, who is our dean and very much supporting the All of Us program. And he is going to tell us a little more about the program also from a clinical point of view.
Thank you, Dr. Anton Culver. How are you?
Hey, nice to meet you. First, Doctor, if you would tell us about yourself and how did you get to UCI?
Sure, thank you. So actually, I've been at UCI for 17 years. I was in the UCLA system for about 11 years and then got tempted into Orange County. And just loving it here. I spent most of that 17 years as a clinical busy surgeon and then got asked to serve as department chair of the Department of Surgery. Found that I had some interest and passion in terms of leadership and administration. And next thing I knew, they asked me to serve as the dean. So I've been the dean now for about 3.5 years and really having a great time seeing our institution really blossom. Thanks to the work and support of 800 faculty, right?
Yeah.
Like Dr. Anton Culver.
And it's well known, it really is, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. Hoda, tell us about the mission of All of Us. I know you've talked about this before, but let's give a recap to folks who maybe have not heard about it.
I think what we want to stress here is that the mission of the program is inclusive of the whole population of the United States. Mm-hmm. That is the first time that the National Institutes of Health actually devoted funds, effort, and programs towards ways that we can do research to identify disease early, to treat disease early, and to do all that at the individual level. It's personalized medicine. How can we make that happen? And it is now the largest program in the world.
Wow.
And we are a part of that, which is really very good for us here at UCI because it improves not only the research, but also the healthcare providers' knowledge about personalized medicine. And I want Dr. Stamos to say something about the link between research and clinical medicine at UCI because of the All of Us program.
Yeah, I mean, precision medicine is a term that's been used for quite a while, but it's gained a lot of, I'll say, interest in the last half a decade or so. And we thought that once we had the human genome uncovered, that was going to have all the answers, right? And it turns out that that's not the case, because what happens outside the genes is so important. So to get to truly precision medicine, we have to know more than just the genes. We have to know the environment.
Right.
And the environment includes what's your age, what kind of things do you do, how active are you, what do you eat, did you smoke or not smoke, what other medications are you taking, and quite frankly, what's important to you, right? We have to ask the patient what's important to you. So precision medicine incorporates all those things and helps us treat a patient, or even better, prevent disease in a patient in a way that's very specific for that individual patient.
And you bring up a very good point, because yes, you look at down to the DNA level, but where you live, what you eat, what you do can change. It can change over time. It can change your health. It can change, in some cases, how you live your life. So you bring all those components together, and that's what makes us all a whole, and that you folks can really look at it in a more detailed level.
And that's why the data that we collect from each individual is vast.
Right.
We collect a lot of data from everybody. We get all the electronic health records for everyone who is participating. And we also take biological specimens in the form of a blood sample and the urine sample. And I know that people are probably wondering about, what are you going to do with my DNA?
Right.
And that is an important question, and we are very aware of the sensitivity that people may have in terms of the confidentiality, the use of DNA without their permission. And I want to assure everybody that this program is 100% secure and confidential. And the tests that we're going to be doing on the DNA is going to be looking at the whole genome for every individual participant and identify changes in the DNA that may tell us something about either a disease susceptibility or a way that we can prevent disease in that individual in a specific way.
Right.
Now, you will probably ask the question of, do I need to know those results? We planned this big mega study is to, once we get the information, we can use the information for research.
Okay.
Because we have to have large numbers in order to make some sense out of data like these.
Okay.
But if there is a clinical impact that could possibly be gotten from the results, we will ask the individual participant whether they are interested in getting that information or not, and we will provide genetic counseling for every individual who gets the information about their DNA.
Let me ask, you know, one of the slides you sent us here, and I think it's a really good one, the cornerstone of the Precision Medicine Initiative. And if we could talk about that, because I like the way it's a new model of research and collaboration. It's just really delves deeper into medicine as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So the amount of data that's going to be collected in this study, you know, 1 million people, but also a lot of data points for each individual person, and hopefully also biological samples. By the way, full disclaimer, I was one of the first participants. So I did indeed sign up. I gave my serum, my blood, as well as my urine for this study. I believe in it that passionately. We now take all that information along with the questionnaires and the surveys and the longitudinal data, meaning data gathered over time. And putting that all together, we believe, and the NIH obviously believes, that will lead to actionable items, things that you can actually do. So the DNA, I said a minute ago, wasn't all of the answers.
Right.
But it is part of the answer for sure.
Yes.
Right? And so, but DNA alone isn't the answer. So DNA combined with this data that we're collecting and collaborating with other places across the country, because this is not a California thing, it's not an Orange County thing, it's a United States thing. It's particularly important that we capture a diverse population as well. Will then be actionable, meaning that we will gain lots of information that will impact people's health, quality of life, and treatment of disease.
May I ask you a question along those lines? Because there are people, such as myself, that has done 23andMe, and there's a few others in that. My wife has done that as well. And every once in a while, they'll send out, in fact, I got one last week, a little survey, you know, asking additional questions. And of course, they go by a number. They don't go by a name. What about for folks who maybe have done that? Are you looking at their research as well? Is it all something that comes together at one point?
So I think I'll let Hoda answer that question actually, because she probably has a better line of sight. But I also contributed DNA to 23andMe, by the way.
Yeah, and we did, just so you know, the 23andMe Health, because there's two different ones.
Correct.
That's the full one.
Correct.
And that's
what
why I brought that up.
Right.
Yeah.
The level of interrogation of the information is really different.
Okay.
So when the All of Us program says that we're going to be doing the sequencing of the whole genome, it's much more intense than 23andMe for sure. But I have to say that we are going to make Ancestry available to everybody in the All of Us in a much more specific way and more detailed way. And also the information that we will give will have some educational value to the individual as to Why are they
Yeah.
susceptible to something or another?
Interesting. Yeah, that was very good.
That is going to be very important. The other thing that is going to happen in all of us that's not available somewhere else is what's called pharmacogenomics. And that is, we all sometimes take medication and we say that it doesn't work. It didn't work. And the pharmacogenomics will tell us a lot more actually, about your susceptibility or resistance to any particular medication, whether you're going to benefit from it or you're not going to benefit from it. So there is just a lot more information that will be available through all of us, and the participant will have access to all of it.
So let me ask you, Doctor, it seems like one day the goal of this would be that my kids, whatever, go in to see their doctor and maybe have some sort of a medical condition. They'll be able to bring up this information and go, oh, you know what, this medication that I normally would give 95% of the time, for you, we got this other one here because I can see this is probably going to be more effective or not give you an adverse effect. Is that part of the goal?
That's exactly right. That's exactly the intent of precision medicine,
okay.
Right? And we're not going to, I mean, we may not get there in 5 years or in 10 years, but certainly your grandkids, if not your kids.
Well,
right?
I remember when I was a kid just first hearing and studying about DNA, and they go, one day we're going to be able to unlock this.
Yes.
And look, here we are.
That's right.
So
Watson and Crick, not that long ago.
Not that long ago. Now, patient partnerships and technologies, I mean, this is all coming together, and this is what you need, all these different facets working together.
We need all pieces of it, and we need all of it from every participant.
Right.
So we collect a lot of information, and we don't have to collect it all at once, not in one sitting, but we will follow, and every participant will have access to their portal to complete their information as we go along.
Yeah.
The study is a minimum of 10 years. So we will go through this with every participant. Participants are really not subjects, they are not test people. They are part of the program, and they are collaborators on the program.
I like that, collaborate,
they help
yes.
us. They help us understand, because every one individual provide very valuable information to the whole study. So
let me ask you a question, because I think it's a question people would ask. Does this cost them anything other than their
we
time?
actually give them an appreciation gift of $25.
Okay.
So no,
that's good to know that
we
it's
do
not costing
appreciate
anything,
the participants' wish to help research science and the human race.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
It's really important.
And you've made it convenient because there's many locations that people can go. Obviously, the one closest around here, and we've talked about this, we have folks from the Florence Sylvester on every couple of weeks. They were on recently and talked about this program. So a lot of folks around here may choose to go there. But, there's UCI Medical Center and, Family Health Center in Santa Ana, so many different places that people can go to start this out.
We have presence all around Orange County, so whatever is convenient for them will be fine. The main thing is to email us or call us ahead of time if they want us to give them an appointment, and the information that we will take from them will help us make the appointments for them and tell them how to participate.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Now, a couple charts we're going to show here, and one is this one column chart that has the age distribution of participants from Laguna Woods.
Right. And these are limited to Laguna Woods. I have to say that we have completed so far at UCI close to 8,000 people, and the Laguna Woods participation is about close to 100 people from Laguna Woods.
Wow.
And the distribution of their age is here. The majority of them are right in the middle, between 70 and 79.
Right.
And a few people even over age 90 years of age, which is going to be very important for us. I want all the older people to participate because we want to know how did they get there.
Yeah, I want to know that
Exactly.
too.
I want to know too.
Now, the next one is by gender, and as usual,
Right.
females lead the pack. But
Women, absolutely. Women leads the pack, and then the following one is looking at the race ethnicity. Orange County is really known to be diverse.
yes,
We are so lucky that we are doing this study here.
Yeah,
Because as Dr. Stamos was talking about, that we want the diversity. We want to know about all of the human race in terms of race, ethnicity, of gender identity, of where they are, how they prefer things or not prefer things. So we are very fortunate to have our study
Yeah.
in Orange County.
and I can see, you're talking about people from different areas. Be interesting to see, you have 10 individuals that all came from a different country. They all came from the same area. But they came to the United States and moved to different areas of the United States, completely different. How that environment and probably diet and change affected them. and how-
Absolutely.
So there's a lot, as you said, Doc, there's a lot more to it than going down to the base level of the DNA.
That's
which,
right.
And it blossoms off of that.
That's right.
Yeah, very good.
For sure.
I want to tell everybody, you can go to allofus.health.uci.edu. If you forget that, if you just Google All of Us Research Program,
Yes.
you'll get there.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We welcome everybody. Please, please contact us and contact allofus.org also to learn more about the national program and participate. That's the name of the game.
That
we,
is.
we want to make
Thank
this
you
as
very
easy as
much.
possible for
Thank
everybody.
you.
And although we are here today to talk about this special program, I look forward to coming back to tell you more about what UCI is doing in the community, particularly in the south part of the county.
That sounds great. Yeah, and they're a great place. And thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, sir. All right, we'll see you again.
Thank you.
All right, we'll
Thanks
be
a
right
lot.
back.